Guess what? It's 2019, and you know what that means? It's the era of social media. Well, it's been growing a little bit before that, but it's 2019, and let's get real, people. Social media is not going anywhere. You have to go ahead and be social. It's not going anywhere. It's part of the business. You have to at least have some kind of a presence. It's basically free marketing so people can understand your brand, understand what you do, follow you, get announcements. It's just really how things are done. And if you're not at least having a Facebook channel, at least, and an Instagram, you're doing a very, very big disservice. Um, and you don't extremely have to be extremely active, although if you're active, that's great because people want to see content and know your brand. If you can put a face out to it, that's even better. I mean, all of us are shy, and want to put our face in this stuff, but as a business owner, you gotta find somebody to be a face. If today is a time, if there was ever a time where having a face to a brand is important, now is really that time. It's just the way things are going. People want to get used to you. They want to be up in your business, if you want to look at it that way. Um, but they want to see, your office, your staff, how you interact. If you're a fun company, it's all about best places to work now and those kind of things, and that's all part of being social. Social means being friendly, interactive, putting your stuff out there. Um, it's being providing value versus selling. You should do. There's always an 80-20 rule where you should be doing more social than selling. Especially if you're like, let's say if you're following Instagram, you don't want to push product, 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 product. You want to push about today's tips or quotes or maybe how things are doing in your business. You did some function somewhere, some type of a social event. Those are things you want to post on your social media. Everybody has a phone these days everywhere. It's not hard to go and do a live stream of the event or snap some pictures and post it. It takes 2 minutes versus back in the days you had to go and get a developer, you had to go and print them out, save it on a USB and upload it, all type of stuff. Things that are very simple. I mean, most of you, I'm pretty sure, have social media these days. Use it for your business. It's going to help you drastically. And if you don't, find someone in your business who can go and help you out. These days, even your kids are more, better than you are. Let them be in charge of that for you. If you don't really like it, or if you don't have the time, find someone in your business who can do it. I guarantee you, if you're at least a decent size, somebody in there will love to do it for you, and will enjoy being the face of your brand for you. Or there's also companies you can hire who will go ahead and handle that for you. You provide them with some of the images, or they'll come up and create their own and do postings for you regularly, whether it's every day, a couple times a week. It's a service that we provide also, but it's definitely something you should go ahead and get done. Let's see any takeaways from this stuff here. There's so many different social medias out there that's not even listed here. There's Pinterest. Pinterest is great marketing for products and brands. It's a Pinterest, if you're not familiar with what it is. It's basically you create boards, which you can sell your products or show images of stuff. Like if let's say you're let's say a wood shop, this is great showing your work. It's like a portfolio. It gives people ideas and stuff like that. It's kind of like somewhat like a free advertising space. People link to your stuff, they repin your stuff, and it helps promotion on there. It gets your brand out there. People like your stuff, and it links back to you. There's meetups where it's like small groups, but it's locally and stuff like that. You create little groups and conferences and webinars and stuff like that. People get together. It's a great way to market your brand. It's all done through Meetup online, and then you meet locally. LinkedIn is very, very important these days for businesses. Some say it's even picking up more than Facebook because it's geared towards business people, which, if you're B2B, it's very important for that. And the advertising platform is getting very good these days. And some people are doing more in LinkedIn than even Facebook, because Facebook is supposedly dying because of all the politics about it. But I don't think Facebook is going anywhere. They went through a rough patch, but Facebook is Facebook. But more people are doing LinkedIn. They're doing their blogging on there. They're networking on there. They're making comments, posting, talking to people, expanding their network. As the same you would do on Facebook, but business to business, which is great because you can go ahead and specifically target your demographic of people. If you're a business, you want to target maybe the CEOs or the marketing department. There's Google social, which is posting on they have no longer have the Google Plus anymore, but they have something called Google Posts, which is another topic that we'll talk about. Twitter is still up there. I personally don't really use Twitter that much, as I would probably like, but there's still a huge following on Twitter. A lot of times you can go and you can syndicate your Facebook post into Twitter as long as it's short enough, because that's the one thing about Twitter. You have a certain amount of characters because it's called a tweet. So it should be something short. It's great for short little bursts about what's going on. Figure it like a little quick little updates is what Twitter is good for. Hey, we're gonna be at this place tomorrow. Come check us out. Here's a new blog post. Check this thing here. That's what that's good for. YouTube is obviously videos. I'm sure all of us have been on there. YouTube is gaining huge popularity for promotion. Two reasons. One, people do a lot of research on YouTube. Videos show up where you're advertising. It's basically the new TV. People watch more YouTube videos than they do TV these days. For one, it's free. It's targeted. I can find exactly what I want. If I want to talk about education, if I want to look up educational stuff, I find that on there. How-to tutorials. That's huge way of getting traffic, which is basically what I'm doing right now. Training. So you look like an expert. That's the one thing about YouTube is you put out content that helps you seem like the expert. A lot of times you might look at it as, oh, I'm giving away free ideas, stuff like that. But, at the end of the day, a lot of people don't want to do the work. They want to see how to do it, understand how to do it, and then, they might go ahead and, refer you. Some people like to do the DIY stuff. Some people just try to just, hey, here's my money, do it for me. Instagram, that's huge. It's all about posting daily. They have the live streams now. The stories, which you can go ahead and do quick little updates throughout your day. Hey, here's a new project. I have this one vendor that we use, and they do this. You would never think that how cool a brand can be by putting out good quality videos, short. I've seen where one of these brands that we deal with is they sell science supplies, and I would never think science supplies are so amazing, but they just have a great page. Stuff as like a quick little thing of like the garage door opening and showing the truck, showing the light outside, just the quality and the angles of it just looks so cool. And it's just like, up and down, or them rolling up some material. It's just the way it's presented, and when it goes to that demographic that they're targeting, it just seems cool and entertaining. Like, oh wow, that looks cool, I want that product. And they keep staying in front of your face. It's promotion, but it's promotion selling that it's in a certain way that it's more cool. And that's the thing about advertising, is if you can make it in a way that's not cool, but in a way that's not cool, but in a way that doesn't seem annoying and selling, you have gold right there. That's golden. And there's tons of different social medias out there. There's Snapchat and all those different things. I would say the most important ones to go ahead and be on is Instagram and Facebook, definitely LinkedIn and YouTube. And there's probably some more. Maybe your certain markets have their own little social media platforms. There's tons of smaller ones out there where you guys socialize. But those are the major ones that bring the most business because they all interlink advertising and platforms and stuff like that. And that's the one benefit of going social is when you post your stuff, online, you build your content, you can always go and syndicate it out to grow your audience. You can easily go on Instagram and Facebook, click, pay $30, stuff like that, and they could go out to syndicate your content to, 30,000, 20,000 people, depending on the budget you're doing, and target the people you're targeting. And it's all about advertising. Here's a couple of things: faster reach online. Google loves to see that you're social, especially these type of brands. I have one, a client of mine, not a client, but somebody that I work with, and they're heavy on YouTube. And I think because they're so well branded, they get so much traffic on YouTube, and maybe because they get so many clicks from the audience they're promoting to, it enforces their brand online. And when you have a big brand online, branding helps you rank higher in the search engine, because it improves your click-through rate, which means that people just like your brand. They do searches online for you, and that basically helps you rank a bit higher. So if you can pull traffic from these different demographics a lot and have people searching for you in Google and Bing and stuff like that, it'll greatly help you rank a lot higher in the search engines, because Google can track all these things and see how active you are. It tells you, hey, you have 20,000 followers, nobody's sharing your stuff, or you have 100 shares of this type of post. This post must be something interesting. Let us feed it to our people doing the searches. Be active. Post at least 2 to 3 times a week on your social media. Daily would be great if you have the ability to do that. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, as I mentioned. Post stuff in your office, take pictures of products, take pictures of your clients. You just custom made a certain product, snap a picture of it, post it, add a few hashtags, and that's it. And with the hashtags, it is important to use a certain amount of hashtags, because that's how you get found, especially on Instagram. You want to use at least, they say, about 30 hashtags. Start out small, do some research. If you have a business account, you can see the analytics that tells you what's the most popular stuff, who your demographic is. And you can always just copy and paste that into a certain file on your phone and just keep pasting it. See what people like as far as your content. That's a very big insight when you do social media. See what people interact with the most, especially on Instagram. It tells you, and people fail to do this with social media, is basically you look at, let me see if I could pull this up quickly. Pull up one of our pages. This is a new page that I'm running here. So hopefully you can see this. I can't look at it in the back, but hopefully you can see this. It's going to show us the most popular days, the most popular content, to see how much we're getting likes. Clearly there's people love quotes and stuff like that, but these also do pretty well. I've seen people where they go ahead and post, let's say, a picture of their face. People love it. They get 100 likes, and then they post a picture of a product, and people hate it. So that says that the particular audience you're catering to, they like to see a certain thing. Go with what works. Don't go with what's failing. One thing about social media also is that people become your marketing team. If you have good content posted on social media, people are going to retag it, reshare it, and they basically do the marketing for you. It's like hiring millions of marketing people to go out for you. Like if you give somebody, let's say, a flyer, they can take it, and that's as far as it goes. You give somebody a post on social media, they're going to go and share it to their friends, potentially share to their colleagues, and people who will be interested in it. Especially if you have click-worthy content, where it's, let's say, a brand guide, or certain types of tips that is worth sharing. You can go, that one post that you put out, spending 20 minutes on, can get 30,000 new people checking out your page, checking out your content, checking out your website. We covered this already, SEO strategies as far as social media. That is pretty much it. Don't ignore social media. It's not going anywhere. It's part of your SEO strategy. It's part of where you build your brand. It's about being fun, creative. Um, People are going away from all the stuff of TV ads. And the one thing about online versus TV and radio and all that type of advertising, where this is why internet marketing is so big, you can actually track your conversions, how well your ads are doing, how well your marketing is going, how much people are interacting with your brand, how much people are liking your stuff. If you put out a TV ad, a radio ad, you spend, I don't know, $10,000, whatever it is, to produce the commercial, the audio, the ad space, the airtime. How do you actually know how you're doing? How many people actually listen to your product, your ad? How many people actually came to your website? How do you track those things? You can't. That's the one reason why, every business has, every type of marketing has their place, because certain things still work because they target certain demographics or local. Um, but the things you want to know ROI, where is my money best spent? And to be honest, online is where it's at. Thank you.